to let Hamilton let you pass because he's too slow, and then losing to Stroll is so funny. And then he loses to Lance Stroll. Why are you sucking Stroll's dick so much, mate, Fernando?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I don't think he knows that it was Stroll who hit him. Yeah.
I don't know why, even regardless, why is he on his cock so much?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's just probably gets a better deal if he's nice Stroll. More money.
10k every cock sucked. What does that even mean? Oh, we will not get much next year. Brian is just so mid, isn't he? Han Gasly is Red Bull seat. Shit, Grosjean got pole.
Oh yeah, in Indy.
Wasn't Indy on it like at the same time as this race?
I think it was on. Well, quali was at the same time. I don't know how it was for it.
Oh, 12 p.m. ET. When is that?
Eastern time.
Whatever. It's not watching anyways. I need Man U to beat Liverpool now for the perfect day. Oh, is he? Oh, what are they doing? Yeah, Gasly. Wait, Alonso's about to see that Stroll hit him. Watch this.
Oh, I'm not watching. I'm doing sim. Well, watching my phone.
He's watching in the. It's inside the race, or whatever, the room after.
Oh, the Skypad.
He's
Oh,
about to.
yeah.
He's about to see. He's just sitting there.
What do you say?
He's just not saying. He's just sitting there. He's just very PR, didn't say anything. Dude.
Oh, yeah, he's just drinking. What's he drinking?
What is he cooking?
The orange like carton. What's happening here?
Lads, we're gonna go on the podium or what? It was a bit mid indeed. Fernando. Amp Nui.
the Jeddah circuit here.
Welcome then to Jeddah. 50 laps ahead of us around this 3.83 mile circuit, 27 corners, 16 to the left and 11 to the right. More corners on this track than any other circuit on the Formula One calendar, and it's the second longest in distance, and it's fast, very fast. You take your lap distance at full throttle for 80% of your lap here. There are only 6 braking events, 2 of which are described as heavy throughout the 27 corners. Hamilton against Verstappen against Ocon, one of the 3 standing starts we had last year. Ocon emerging into the lead of the race. This is the only race other than Hungary that he won that he's ever led. Mick Schumacher had a crash in qualifying. He had a crash here last year as well. Mick Schumacher won't take part in tonight's race, and this was the big dramatic moment at the end of a dramatic night. Hamilton and Verstappen colliding as they were jockeying to see who might appear down the DRS zone in front. Well, if Hamilton and Verstappen get together tonight, one of them's either had a very good race or one's having a very bad race. Here's the 3 tyre compounds: C4 for the soft, C3 for the medium, C2 for the hard. High tyre degradation during Friday practice, so the soft tyre not the favoured tyre for this evening.
Okay. So we have Halo Armstrong starting on pole here at Jeddah. To see if he can convert it to a victory via 6 red lights. And away we go. Lowndes gets him off the line, leading into turn 1. Can he keep the lead? He runs it a little bit wide there, doesn't manage to keep the lead, gets passed by 2 cars. Not been a great start for him. It's still too wide for many of the front runners. Managed to filter out. Cube going down the side of Verstappen. What's happened to Verstappen? Seems to have fallen off at the beginning. Cube still putting pressure on. Don't have DRS yet, that opens next lap. But he is still looking for a way past. Could potentially get the move done with just slipstream. You see the Ferrari going out side by side. Lowndes going for the re-overtake. Makes contact with the wall. And now, is he going to pit lane? Yeah, Epsilon there, pushed into the pit lane. And now he'll be trying to move past the Ferrari. Druva now looking for a move around the outside, switches to the inside for the next corner. And let's see. Oh, he almost loses the rear end and gives up 2 more position. He had a huge chance to make up a bunch of positions, but unable to capitalize. Now with DRS, let's see if anyone can manage to re-overtake. We have our first retirement, Max of Fun. Now riding on board with Field. Getting very close to Sign Zero here. Let's see, will the DRS be enough? pulls to the inside, late braking, unable to get through at that high-speed chicane, not a very orthodox overtaking spot. Oh, and Speed's hit the wall there. Unsettled the car, could Fossil potentially get past? And he does. See Speed. It's a really good battle here in the midfield. Let's see who manages to take the lead going into turn 1. It's 4 tenths behind. I don't think he'll be close enough to make a move. Yeah, too far behind. This happening in the fastest car. Let's see if he can potentially retake the Mercedes. Try and get back up to where he wants to be, next to his teammate. We're getting very close to Science Hero. Takes a small look around the outside. Able to do anything. Ruvla now. With DRS, let's see if he can make an attack happen. The DRS open. Gap to 2 tenths. 1 tenth. Just stays behind. Probably going to go for a move into the final corner. Looks around the outside and gets a move done, and that's Aruba into the lead of the race. Yeah, about the timing tower is just every lap, because the racetrack goes backwards. It's just not very... Not a big fan. So yeah, the order of the race isn't changing at all. It's just the timing tower. The speed, barging his way past Sign 0 is that. Hits the wall. That cannot have been good for his car, but he continuing on. Now Armstrong, he seems to have no pace as Deruva. Managed to put 2 seconds on him. Seems to be really struggling. Now Epsilon is going to go for the move. Is DRS straight? Got the DRS open. Verstappen might actually go for the move on him, help his teammate out. It's Red Bull, Mercedes, Red Bull, Mercedes, but Armstrong could potentially back off Epsilon and help invite Verstappen to make the move. Let's see, I think Epsilon appears to be closer. Verstappen dives down the inside. He almost spins it. Yeah, that was not the greatest move from him there, but he managed to answer to Epsilon. He's too far back to go for the move now. Try and stay close to this tight and twisty turn 1. We'll have to go for a move on the next back straight. See Norris there retiring, as is Pecco Frio. Not sure what's going on with them. Field here, very close to Cube. Actually on the Alpine's gearbox. See just how precarious it is on the edge of grip there. Not able to plant the throttle out of any of these corners, but he will now go for the move down the inside. Gets a bit unsettled, gets a bunch of oversteer. Might have helped him though, because he basically pushed Cube out of the way. Now they're side by side. Cube appears to have a better drive, and he does. He stays ahead. That was a good defense from Cube, even though he got past, he just kept his nose in there. He was able to force an error from field. Now he'll go for it again with DRS. Unable to do anything, and Lowndes, who was trying to get in the fight with the Ferrari, very out of position. Down from 2nd to 8th, not been a good race for him. He's now challenging field, decides to go around the outside. And they touch, field goes spinning around into the barrier, and he collects an AlphaTauri. Oh, now he's driven into Williams and then just reversed into Stars right there. That's been pretty shocking from field. I think that will be him retiring from the race. See Deruvla still leading by a huge margin. See the fight behind 4 seconds still going on. The battle for a second's been really close. Verstappen there going a bit wide, not sure if it's intentional. Maybe looking for the move now though. Let's see if anyone goes for an undercut here. I think we're expecting to see some pit stops now, as the one-stop phase, the one-stop pit window is open. See Lowndes here going for a move. That's a very clean move around that high-speed chicane. Not usually seen, but he's just got so much more pace in that Ferrari than the Alpine. You can see the huge gap from 5th to 6th. It's really a 4-car race here for 2nd place. Deruvla just sort of driving away into the distance. Let's see now, can F1 and Verstappen get past Armstrong, because at very weak pace. I see Verstappen go for the move, running on board with him now, to the outside. Turns into the inside, and he gets the move done. Let's see, does he go back across to cover Epson? And he does. So that's Verstappen ahead. It's the 2 Red Bulls. Let's see if they use team orders. Well, let's see how hard Verstappen manages. Let's see how hard Verstappen fights Armstrong there. Down into the hairpin. Doesn't look for a move. No, down these long straights. Let's see. Could use the DRS to get past. Actually, he's going for it now. Looks down the outside, turns into the inside, and he's got the move done before the corner. Just managed to get way better drive down the straight, and now he's up into 2nd. Surprised we've seen no one pitting yet, as we're past half race distance. Epson here with the fastest lap. Let's see if he can finally get past Armstrong. Now that he won't have, I mean, he still has the benefit of the DRS from Verstappen ahead, but once Verstappen gets, I should break a 2nd gap. Epson should be able to get past. If none of them head into the pit lane, you see, I think Deruvla there. Deruvla into the pits. Verstappen, Armstrong, and Lerek going on. These teams could be seeing the overcut as the stronger strategy. Now let's see, is this a good stop for Deruvla, and where will he exit? Okay, that's a pretty good stop. Let's see where he manages to exit. Ahead of the Alpine. So he's managed to get himself into a really nice gap there between Cube and Fossil. Sorry, the game's a bit bugged. It doesn't show like where people actually are with pit stops. Everyone who's done a pit stop appears to be a lap down, but he's between 5th and 6th. He got a nice window there to try and push. He might end up running into Fossil though. He will need to get past quickly if he doesn't want to get overcut. That's a good pit stop That's a good strategy from Ferrari, letting him out into some clean air. Derivla, last person on track. Well, he managed to get past Fossil easily. He's just caught up to him on the straight, and he's able to get past very easily. He just turns into the corner as normal, and he is ahead. Now the rest of the drivers are pitting. Fossil comes in. Cube comes in. Line 0 comes in. Later gonna come in. No, later Pedalator stays out. Going to inherit the lead of the race. Now see Derivla. Yep, Derivla exiting way ahead of the rest there. Managed to jump Armstrong by 8 seconds. He's got a massive gap behind him now. Very good strategy from Ferrari. The undercut worked well. Able to use that pace really well. And yeah, just so it's Derivla from Armstrong, from Lowndes, Lerick, and then later. Lerick just got past later on his fresh tyres. Later's tyres are going to be very worn. I see him losing a lot of pace there. Mercedes dropping him almost immediately once he gets past. See if Epsilon now can get past Cruz. It's going to be fairly crucial. Later and Star do have a very big gap behind them though. So I think Epsilon really struggling to get past. He won't be able to challenge any higher than 6th place or 5th place, I reckon. Still unable to get past Cruz. Very strong defending from the Aston Martin. On Epsilon on a two pit stop strategy, interestingly. I don't think that is the best strategy, but we'll see. Now later and Star heading into the pit lane now. You see Derivla already going through the first sector. And he retakes the lead of the race. As Derivla from Armstrong, from Lowndes, top 3. See if Lowndes can manage to get past Armstrong again. He's had a really strong second phase of this race. He's been really good on the fresh tyres. If you remember from before, he was just absolutely nowhere. Dropped 6 places off the start, but he's just managed to claw his way back up. Yeah, Derivla from Armstrong, from Lowndes to Lerick, Sapling to Epsilon, who's managed to drop back massively there. I'm not sure why, but he does. Oh yeah, he's done the 2-stop. He does have the fastest lap, which is the benefit of the 2-stop, but still don't think it's the best strategy. Could have potentially had a podium or better. This Cube and Cruz battle. Or best of the rest now. I think that Alpine is slightly stronger. Let's see if he can convert it. He manages to pass without DRS, just the slipstream and the traction enough. Their Cube, if you remember, he ran longer, so he does have the benefit of the fresh tyres. See, this battle for second. Lowndes managed to get past. No, he gets very close. Sticks his nose down the inside and just to let Armstrong know he's there. And they will continue this battle. Verstappen stealing the fast lap away from Epsilon. He's not going to be happy with that, especially on the 2-stop. think Lowndes' pace has just fallen off. He had that really good burst from fresh tyres. But I think now, because of now that Armstrong's got his tyres up to temperature, he just managed to get the pace back against Lowndes. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be getting closer now, and Armstrong appears to just be getting further away. See this battle from the midfield for the final point-paying position. They're going 3 wide. I know they have to filter back out before the fairly narrow chicane. Now we get up to this DRS straight, and let's see if anyone will go for any moves here. Star pulls alongside later. They all have DRS from the cars ahead, so that won't be helping anyone. Takes a look down the inside, doesn't go for it. In a very good recovery drive from Star there, as you can see. Started 20th. Had many people from the back of the grid make up lots of positions. See Young Boy getting through in the Williams. A very good drive, especially since that Williams is not particularly fast. It's just been very, very quick all race. Let's see if he'll manage to hold on to the points position through the checkered flag. We see a bit of a send there from the Alpine. Will it work? It does pay off, actually. Manages to get ahead. See the battle further up for P4 on the grid. Now we might see people get a bit more scrappy, as Jeddah, you know, there are many high-speed corners. Lots of accidents. And it's getting close to checker flag, so you might see the battle get a bit more scrappy. Sapling does get through. Let's see if Lowndes there will manage to take second place as well. It will be interesting to watch. Young Boy in a huge amount of pressure in the Williams, as he has many cars behind him trying to take the lead. Trying to take his spot for the final couple of points paying positions. Racing crews there swapping positions. And Star does get past Young Boy with DRS. Let's see this now. This train of cars, who will manage to come out on top? All DRS. Yeah, and Young Boys just can't compete in the Williams. He covers the inside, and yeah, that works well for him. Through this first sector, very difficult to overtake here, so he should be safe, but like I said, completely on his gearbox. Could pressure Boy into a mistake. Let's see now, he looks down the outside, just lets him know he's there. Switches to the inside. Goes for the move. And gets it done. That's a very solid move there. Now Sainz looking for any scraps. Has to stay behind as Deruvla is now on the final lap. Let's see. And Sainz get the move done with DRS. It's right on board. Quite far behind, but Boy does not have any DRS, and Sainz will be very eager to get some points from this race. Let's see. Looks to the outside, tries to get a better exit. Now it's just a drag race down to turn 1. DRS for Sainz. ahead, pushes Boy to the wall, switches back outside and gets the move done. And now, this place young Boy will have to contend with speed. And speed gets through as well. It's not been a good lap for... Yeah, it's definitely not been a good lap for Boy there. But it has been a good lap for this man, Ruva. Just had a very clean race. Following the second pit stop, Prix put him on a good strategy. Just undercut everyone ahead, managed to take the lead and never look back. Wins with a huge 8-second margin over Armstrong. Oh, and he's into the pit lane. For another stop. Oh, and I think he has crossed the line there. Despite going into the pit lane, he's managed to keep the position. Just because he's crossed the finish line. Quite an interesting strategy there. I think just some theatrics there at the end. Anyway, Druva, Armstrong, Lowndes, Verstappen, Eric on, and then the two Alpines. Has been a very good race for Alpine. Cemented their place in the midfield while both McLaren drivers had terrible races. Norris, we're not sure why she retired, but Field just spinning by a rookie mistake. And now later, speed. Oh, almost managed to get him onto the line. And yeah, just very unfortunate for Boy, who had a very good race in the Williams. Managed to keep in the points, but not able to convert it right to the end. And yeah, it's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.